you know how I play.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we'll see who rules the skies in tonight's battle. It's the Atlanta Falcons and the Seattle Seahawks, and it's coming up next.
Renamed in late 2020, there's a look at Lumen Field here in Seattle, Washington. Tonight we've got a good NFC matchup in store between the Atlanta Falcons and the Seattle Seahawks. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talked about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
Jones wants to throw to start things out here. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense in every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Throwing Jones. This one caught by Ridley. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Now Jones. He's going to let this one go deep. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Opening carry of the game for Cordell Patterson. And again, he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain in there. Here we look at a third down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense. Linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on third down. Operating from the gun, Jones. To the sideline, he's got the catch, and he kept the feet in bounds. Well done. The Falcon passing game looking good on this drive as they get the first down.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down in bounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. 1st and 10, it's Patterson. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Operating from the gun, Jones. Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 24-yard line. The Falcon passing game looking good on this drive as they get the first down. And a good sign for them right now to have their young quarterback looking confident on the opening drive.
Now, we haven't met a young quarterback, a veteran quarterback. It doesn't matter. We haven't met a quarterback yet that doesn't tell us he's confident about his abilities, right?
That's true.
But when you're young, it's really important to get off to a good start because it does build up that confidence and allows him to play better as the game goes on.
Especially crucial here on the road. They'll look to throw here on first down. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Jamal Adams on the safety blitz, too fast to handle.
But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Looking to throw. Jones. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They try to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
On that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Jones. Over the middle, he gets it to Patterson. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
4th down, and the attention turns to Falcon kicker Wk3. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt.
Koo knocks this one through the post.
And the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points.
Koo just hit the field goal. Now he kicks off. Taken from about the 12. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Here come the Seahawks and their offense now under veteran head coach Pete Carroll.
Bringing him out is the future Hall of Famer, now in his 18th NFL season, Aaron Rodgers.
I remember watching him in college and seeing a guy that you knew had great potential, but I don't know that anyone knew that we would see how he would blossom as an NFL player who will go down as one of the all-time great quarterbacks. Can make every throw from every angle with terrific mobility, and he knows how to win games, always in contention for a championship.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Out to the right, he gets it to Lockett. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 out of first.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him, but don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
Yeah, nobody leaked. Big play. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now it's Rodgers. Left side here taken in by Metcalf. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. Here's Carson. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage. To throw is Rodgers. They'll run the screen with Carson. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. They call it a loss of a yard there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. And that is no good. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
That's a nice job defensively to make sure everyone was accounted for, because ordinarily you pick up the guys downfield and sometimes you forget about the running back. In this case, they did not and dropped him for no gain.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, Falcon football, as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, a run with Patterson. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. This will be a loss of 3, and that'll be much tougher 3rd down moment.
That play was over before it even got started. Thanks for nothing. How about that? That sets up a very difficult third down goal now.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This one left side, caught by Patterson. And he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
On 4th down, Don Maggio out to punt.
Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Rashaan Evans out of Alabama had the tackle defensively.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
They go back to Carson here on 2nd.
And he's got some space here. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
55 rushing yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times.
Boy, the offensive line there, that was a thing of beauty to watch them block.
I love how you give a little appreciation for those big guys up front, and well-deserved. But how about the execution behind them? You can see the hours of practice that have gone into it. Great pocket by the running back. Quarterback puts it right in the perfect spot. Great mesh point by them. The timing on point. The run even better.
Rodgers tapping this forward on the jet sweep. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Working with a 2nd and 3.
To throw, it's Rodgers.
That's to the tight end, Colby Parkinson. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
This is Carson. And a loose football. And the Falcons say they have it. They do. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having 2 hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. It's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
Atlanta prepped and readied for its next possession. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Buying time to his left.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Straight ahead, Patterson.
And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
That's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on first down, and you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
The offense on third down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Back to throw. Jones. Flush to his right. He's got a man complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. An excellent gain, 35 yards.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure's good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to stay plastered to receivers long enough. And sure enough, they let a man come open, and the connection leads to a big play.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Running left, here's Patterson.
Shifts by him. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Jones. His pass caught at the 4. Touchdown.
Drake London.
A 9-yard touchdown grab. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
Well, on that connection, it looked like they maybe had some pre-play communication. Maybe one of them noticed an area that was open to the defense to get the pass to.
When you put the time in, sometimes you have that great silent communication that you just noticed right there, because the best quarterback-receiver combos in the NFL, they know how to make those adjustments at the line of scrimmage when they see something pre-play, and they got it done there.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. So that drive spanned 5 plays.
And it was finished off by a touchdown catch from Drake London. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
And Seattle now ready to march onto the field.
Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
Rodgers now on first down. To the right side and complete to Metcalf. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Throwing now is Rodgers.
And completes it again to Metcalf. Quick slant there gets him the first down, 6 yards on the play.
Now in his 4th year, you still have to marvel at the type of athlete that DK Metcalf is. Honestly, unfair to ask some corners to lock this guy down, and as we know, not many can. 75 catches, a career high 12 touchdowns last season, and a first down with that catch there.
Deep ball for Goodwin. And this one is incomplete.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Keep pushing the ball down the field.
And again, it's Rodgers. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from.
And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Another try after the first down sack. Rodgers. And this will go to Carson out wide. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense, because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Cordero Patterson deep for Atlanta. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. And the Falcons now going to go on offense late in this first half. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the 2nd quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. Jones throwing to start the drive. And that's caught. It's Bryan Edwards. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. Back to throw. Jones. Short pass tip, but caught anyway. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
How about that tip ball going their way? They've got to have a lot of confidence, because so far, it seems like everything is going their way.
On the other side, they're just hoping that second half it's a little bit of flip the script.
Yeah, let's see if they can hang in there mentally, because sometimes when things go against you so much in the first half, it's hard to bounce back.
And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. So we have reached halftime now with the visiting Falcons out on top. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcoming everyone to our downtown Orlando studios in this EA Sports Halftime Report. First, let's get a check on the next-gen stats from that first half for the Falcons. And even though they've got the big cushion, I would imagine they'd like to see a little more out of their passing game. Pretty pedestrian numbers through 2 quarters of play. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, they did not have quite the same amount of success in the passing game that their counterparts did, as you get a look at the numbers there.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the third quarter. Fielded right around the 8. The Seahawk offense set to go to begin this third quarter. And right out of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
Here's a handoff to Carson to begin the drive. And he gets it.